The night I discovered I owned their empire, I was holding a Christmas present I no longer wanted to give. I'd come early to drop it off, thinking I could slip in and out before the masks went on. The house glowed like a magazine spread. White lights dripping from the eaves, wreaths the size of truck tires, every window curated for the neighbors. Inside, the voices drifted through the cracked study door like smoke under a doorframe. My name floated out first, then the laughter. Polite, rehearsed, lethal. Perfect for the holiday pageant, Mom was saying, voice honeyed with stage mom excitement. Greasy overalls, a wrench as big as her arm, and that line about fixing things that aren't broken. The congregation will eat it up. Dad chuckled, low and proud. We'll do the reading of the will right after. Maximum impact. My fingers tightened around the silver box in my hands. The bow crumpled like cheap foil. I backed away without a sound, left the gift on the porch swing, and walked to my pickup. By the time Mom's frantic texts started lighting up my phone, "Where are you?" Everyone's asking. I was already 20 miles north, headlights carving tunnels through the dark. The story never really starts at Christmas. It starts 4 years earlier in the Harper house in Highland Park, the night I told them I was dropping out of SMU to open a diesel repair shop. Dad's fork stopped halfway to his mouth. Mom's smile froze so hard I thought the Botox might crack. My golden brother, Dr. Grayson Harper, future cardiologist, looked like he'd swallowed a stent. Only my little sister, Chloe, the one with the 1.2 million followers and the teeth-whitening empire, openly laughed. The silence that followed was louder than any shouting. Grease under the nails wasn't on brand for a Harper. We sold luxury linens and orthopedic mattresses, not torque wrenches. After that, the campaign was subtle but relentless. Job postings left on my bed like hotel mints. Comments about respectable careers, and hands that shake other hands. Chloe filming GRWM videos in the kitchen, and shrieking when I walked past smelling like diesel. EW guys, the shop vibe just ruined my ring light. I learned to move quietly. To shower twice before family dinners. To keep my work boots in the garage and pad around in socks so the marble didn't know I'd been there. But I never stopped buying. Every bonus, every side job, every sleepless night. I funneled it into commercial real estate. Strip centers. Warehouse pads. A sleepy storefront on Knox Avenue that nobody wanted because the zoning was weird. I bought it through an LLC named after my late grandmother. The one person who'd ever handed me a wrench and said, "Fix it yourself, darling." Dad's flagship store, the crown jewel of Harper Home, sat on that exact parcel. He'd been leasing it for 12 years, bragging about owning the block at every charity auction. He never bothered to check who actually did. Christmas Eve, the church smelled like cinnamon and hairspray. Mom was directing the pageant like a Broadway producer. Dad practiced his benevolent smile in a gilded mirror. Chloe livestreamed the poinsettias for her Cozy Luxe holiday series. At 6:52 p.m., a courier in a cheap suit walked straight past the usher and handed Mom a thick white envelope. She beamed, probably assumed it was another anonymous 5-figure donation. The smile died the way fluorescent lights do, flicker, flicker, gone. I was 2 states away by then, boots kicked up on a railing in New Mexico, watching snow stick to juniper. My phone buzzed against my chest like a trapped wasp. Mom's name. I let it ring twice, then answered. Everly. Her voice cracked like thin ice. Tell me this is a joke. In the background, I heard Dad arguing with someone, probably his attorney on speaker. What is what? I asked, calm as iced coffee. The building. Our store. You're evicting us? On Christmas Eve. Lease is up in 30 days, I said. Rent tripled to market 6 months ago. You stopped paying in September. Notices were sent. You can't. I already did. Silence stretched thin and dangerous. We were going to surprise you, she whispered. Make you laugh. Bring you back into the fold. I looked out at the desert turning white under moonlight. Somewhere behind me, my girlfriend, Sam, was making cocoa with too much whiskey. I don't live in your fold anymore, I said. Send all future correspondence to council. I hung up before she could cry prettily enough to change my mind. The next morning, Dad emailed, not texted, emailed. Like I was a vendor who'd shorted him Egyptian cotton sheets. Polite. Professional. asking for terms. I replied with a payment plan and a move-out schedule. Then I deleted the thread, laced my boots, and went outside to split wood until my palms blistered. Every swing felt like the first full breath I'd taken in years. Some people unwrap gifts on Christmas morning. I unwrapped a life where nobody gets to laugh at the grease under my nails ever again. If you've ever smiled while bleeding, stayed quiet while shrinking, or built your revenge so patiently nobody saw it coming, stay close. There are more stories like this. And the next one might be yours.